Hello and welcome to episode 316 of New Game Plus. And no, they wouldn't let me do the Steve Austin thing where they throw the cans at me. They reckon the studio would get messy. So it's a shame that we've missed out. I am Jason, your host, and we have another great episode for you here. Not of News Game Plus, which is of course an IGN property that Dermy likes to steal, but an episode of New Game Plus for the television, which is Snack World. We've got Don doing a quiz, and we've got Megan with dreams. It's going to be great. But for now, something completely different.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh no, Cloud. Oh, that's happening in slow motion. Oh no! You're gonna get crushed. This truck is falling on you. Sorry, I just find this extremely funny. And... touchdown! Alright, Barrett, complete. Please help me. Alright, some enemies will occasionally bind your party members. Oh, so you gotta switch to the different character and like stagger them. Oh, there you go, done. Alright, let's let's dig in, boys. Soldier boy, up in this hole. We just Superman the shit out of that sweeper.
What are you, 20-something?
First. Huh? Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank.
I'm 12.
Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
How old are you, Barrett? My god. You look like a 1-year-old. What a jerk. I hate Barrett.
Now, most people who are fans of the show will realize that I am a Yokai Watch mark. I love Yokai Watch. I love it in all of its iterations. Yokai 3 was perhaps one of my favorite games on the 3DS, and the 3DS had a bumper crop. So it was surprising to me. I haven't heard of Level 5 for a while. I know they did the Layton one, but suddenly Snack World Gold is upon us. It's a dungeon crawling game that they created in Japan, and I'm not sure whether they've turned it into Snack World from something different, or whether it was always Snack World, where it's this dungeon crawling game where everybody seems to have names named after snacks for some reason. Doesn't really make any sense. Like, they kind of explain it, but it's a bit more of a hand wave. But what it is, it's a solid dungeon crawler, and it seems to be a real genre that's coming out of Japan at the moment. Everyone's making a kind of top-down isometric dungeon crawling game with their different kind of twist on the mechanics. Penny Punching Princess, there's a fair few of them that had kind of just different ways of doing a similar kind of game. And this is Level 5's example of that. Now, this is the Gold Edition, so it comes with all of the extras and all the other stuff that goes with it. And it's a solid romp. Or, like, the main thing I can give it is that it feels like a solidly made Level 5 game. Now, your mileage may vary based on that sentence alone, but realistically, the gameplay is tight, if a little samey at times. The characters, like the designs are cute, and they're going, I don't know, it's like almost a Clash of Clans-y kind of design on the characters, which, you know, your mileage may vary again. So there's lots of elements of it that are either kind of taking from somewhere else or just refining better than anyone else has done it. And I think that's its strength and its weakness. It really is a solid little dungeon crawling romp, and it's fun to level up your weapons and just play it over and over again. Just do quick spells, quick quests. The quests will take you on average maybe 10 minutes, you know, so it's a great game to kind of pick up, play for a little bit, put it down, you know, farm materials, all that kind of stuff. But realistically, it is a pretty simple kind of premise. And later on, like, things open up and make it a little bit more interesting. But as far as Level 5 game goes, it's a tight, solid Level 5 dungeon crawling game. And that in itself should inspire some confidence. But the only thing that, again, I really come back to is the fact that how did I not hear about it? I'm one of the biggest Level 5 marks on the planet. How did I not hear about it? I brought Jamie on with me to discuss Level 5 and I guess the absence of Level 5 in the last couple of years.
Of course, because if you know, years ago we hear about things like Yokai Watch or Inazuma 11 or Professor Layton, and Inazuma 11 is still kind of a thing, Professor Layton is still just kind of a thing, and Yokai Watch is a dead franchise. But it's just a case of, like, I feel like everything they're doing is just like they want to make everything into like a franchise, and that's fine. But it's just like sometimes you don't need to, like, you know, like Ni no Kuni is a good example. It's like they've got the PS3 game, which is they developed with Studio Ghibli. It's great, awesome. They made a sequel, which, okay, cool. Guess people were really hyped for it. And there's an animated film for some reason on Netflix, and it's kind of terrible.
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, and it's the thing because they owned the 3DS. The 3DS was theirs. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they
Even the DS as well.
Yeah, in the era, like especially when 3DS started, there was no devs who were jumping on board because of the bad launch of it and the Wii U. Nintendo put all their resources into getting 3DS games out, and I would say Level 5 were one of the few that picked it up, ran with it, and made the hardware their own. They did so many cool things with it. You know, you had what's it called? The one where you make weapons. Oh my god, I can't believe them.
I am blanking on it too.
Oh my god,
So many.
there's so many good.
It was many years ago. It's okay.
Yeah, and they made so many. Weapon Shop Doll, I must say, they made so many good games, and I'm like, now they're just like the only one that I know that they've made is obviously Layton, which you told me about earlier as well because I've forgotten.
The Layton spin-off with Layton's daughter.
Yes, and then Yoko Watch 4 is confirmed.
Which looks like a cool video game.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, is that coming to the West anytime soon? It's like, no, we don't know. It's
yeah,
like
there's not even. I don't think there's a date attached to it, is there? It's
no.
like-
I mean, hell, it's like the first Yoko Watch game to like it sold so bad on the 3D on the Switch, it got ported to the PS4.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, and because it is that thing for me, like. Yoko Watch 3 is genuinely a good game. Like, it takes a lot of the problems that number 1 had, like the short longevity. Number 2 was in that weird spot where it was like kind of the Pokemon Yellow, if you will. Like, it was just kind of the retelling of it and they added bits on.
Right.
So it wasn't great. 3, its own story, 2 main pro tags, 2 different story arcs. It's fun, it's dumb, it takes you to Akiba, it runs you through Tokyo, all that kind of stuff. So,
Okay.
like, it really saddens me that there's just no Switch presence for them. But I think it's right. I think you're right. It's because they try and make everything a franchise. Everything. They did so well with Yokai. They made so much money on Yokai. They sold so many toys, so many everything.
like I bought you a thing as a joke. I'm like, you
Yeah.
actually seem really appreciative.
Yeah,
of it.
I love my Yokai watches. I've got literal both Yokai watches. I've got Japanese and English Yokai watches. Not that I wear them, but it's like they're cool to have around as like, you know, souvenirs and props. Not that I use many things for props.
No, not at all.
But it is that thing of it's just interesting to see how quickly that decline is setting. And I wonder what it's attributable to. But I think genuinely,
it just got fatigued. Like I was in Nagoya like 2 years ago, and I just happened to come across like a Yokai Watch shop.
Yeah.
Like a shop, an officially licensed shop for Yokai Watch, all boarded up. It's like, why is there a shop for Yokai Watch?
Yeah.
Like I know it was a big deal, but did it really need to get to that point?
Yeah, and it is that thing where it never. I think it tried to do the way the games and the anime and was it really anime? I guess it was more an American animation, wasn't it?
No, there was like I saw episodes of the anime in Japan. Like they had the voice of Kiryu Kazuma as like Jibanyan, which is like
wow. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
why not?
I mean, that's pretty cool though. Like, you know.
yeah, but it's Yokai Watch.
Jibanyan starts tiger dropping cars and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
look, I don't like Yokai Watch very much. I like mocking it, but still,
Yeah.
you get the point. But like, it's just weird where they are right now. It's like you'd figure that. Yeah, everything they try to make a franchise of everything. I feel like you can't do that with everything these days. It's just like it's just too much.
Yeah.
Like you can't make fetch happen all the time if it makes any sense.
Yeah, and I think that is the thing. I think they've tried to bottle lightning too often, and they're starting to get shocked. And I hope that that's not the case because I really do want Yoko 4. I've always loved Inazuma 11. All their games are always great fun, but I just don't think they've embraced the next gen as well as they ever did the 3DS. And I think that is probably at its core their issue as much as anything else. They just don't feel like they are comfortable on these other mediums that aren't the 3DS.
I mean, there's a new generation coming out, so
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong with a new set of consoles coming out? And look, maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe they're waiting for next generation. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
Dark
just-
Cloud 3 maybe, Rogue Galaxy 2 maybe.
Well, I mean that is true. That is. Then we're going old school level 5 if we're talking. That's going that far back. But yes, I think you're right. I think it is just a franchise fatigue, especially for Yokai. I hope that it doesn't affect their future offerings, but I don't know, they've been very, very quiet this generation.
Welcome to Quiz Time Event, the segment where we quiz our New Game Plus hosts on whether they can recall the big gaming news stories of recent times. My name is Donald and I am joined by 3 contestants today. Say hello to Matt.
You dragged me in here, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and you will play my game. And joined also by Jack.
G'day, yes. Hello.
And by Jason.
I'm only here because I lost to Galaga last time, so...
Yeah, and you also lost the trophy. It's mine now, unless you
Still
can
one of my good
reclaim
figures.
it. Exactly.
Jamie still hasn't gotten over the last time he won it, so
No,
like...
he's actually just parading behind the cameras there, just holding his trophy up in the air like that.
Rip white beers.
I
now's
thought I
it.
smelled cabbage as well.
So now's your chance to claim back some credit, you, Jason, or to steal that glory, Jack and Matt, as we go through the big news stories of the past couple of weeks. So,
Oh, so it's not just general trivia, is it?
no, I think General Trivia got demoted, so he's now Lieutenant Trivia.
general-
So let
last
me
week.
guess. The topics are Blizzard did something stupid again.
Stadia is still trash.
South Korean
Well, you
classification
don't need
board.
any more good day.
Done.
South Korean classification boards leaked another Switch port. Am I in the right?
actually-
Canadian
That's
retailers.
literally this. That's actually literally this question. I'm just going to put that there.
Is the answer Japan? Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's New Game Plus, so the answer is always Japan. But let's just get to the actual trivia, shall we? In the Animal Crossing Direct, Nintendo confirmed that which feature will not be coming to the game.
Spawn will not be a playable character.
Well, I mean, that was unofficially confirmed. Jack, Jason?
Cloud saves, I guess, is the one that would be the big deal that everyone was making a big deal about. But they're doing like their weird version of cloud saves.
Yes, you can recover your data if you lose your save, if you lose or get your Switch damaged, but you can only do it once.
What?
Yeah, that's what they had that written, and then they're like, "Oh shit, the people are real unhappy, so we're just going to remove that bit," and they've just left. We'll give you more info at a later date.
I like how the Namekian dragon in Dragon Ball gives you more wishes than being able to replace his. Jesus Christ! God damn it, Nintendo.
Yeah, you just call them up. It's like, yeah, I'd like the world's most comfortable pair of
No,
underwear.
oh yeah, you'll just sit there and go, I want my Animal Crossing save to be re-rolled. He's like, I can't do that. I can bring back Krillin if you want. Nah, it's okay, it's fine.
Sorry
We
about
did
it.
the Dragon Ball question last week.
No more, please.
Microsoft announced that the Xbox Series X will feature a what size GPU?
3 console exclusives GPU. I don't know. How many teraflops? I don't know, 5.
Sorry, how big?
As in memory-wise.
How many teraflops?
Sarah,
Oh,
12.
then that's.
I believe that was Jack with 12
Aren't
teraflops.
you meant to like buzz in? Fuck you.
Matt didn't. Psych.
Bonus question for you, Jack. What's a teraflop?
Something floating point operation is what the sort of like acronym stands for.
I wasn't expecting an actual answer, but I'll take it for the bonus
Psych.
point.
Yeah, all right.
Now, before this, I got you all to answer for me this question. List the 5 movies based on video games which had the highest Rotten Tomatoes score. You have those written on your papers there. Matt, what did you write?
Yeah, well, okay, so first of all, I don't believe in reviews. They're stupid, and whoever does reviews is an absolute idiot. But
Oh,
I
wait.
digress. That's the joke. Jokes are funnier when you explain them.
It's true.
Okay, so my first one was, this is a no-brainer, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep, what else?
Second was, I was going to dive deep into the recesses with Prince of Persia.
Ooh, spicy.
Third would be Detective Pikachu. Fourth would be the Japanese filmed Ace Attorney. And 5, I was going to go for, just through caution to the wind, I went with Ready Player One.
Interesting. Jack, what did you go with?
I don't watch movies, so I had no idea. I
don't play
said
games either.
It was probably, that's absolutely true. Some Resident Evil with some, I've no, some Resident Evil, some Sonic. Literally, I don't know. I don't watch films, so I have no idea what's going on.
You don't even have 5 there.
No, I don't. I have 3, and then a joke one. The third was Detective Pikachu, which I think is probably actually on it.
You just copied me.
The 4th one was a joke. It's Pixels.
Funny you should mention it, Jason.
World of Warcraft, Resi 1, Ask Creed, Tomb Raider, and Detective Pikachu, but I should have said Sonic because Sonic isn't doing badly. It's just 60,
You're
70.
all saying that Sonic couldn't possibly be in there. It is the 3rd highest on Rotten Tomatoes.
I actually got 2 correct.
You know what the thing that pisses me off about people reviewing video game movies? It's like, it's really good for a video game adaptation. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this coming from? Like, video games, man, gamers rise up. Like, this is nonsense.
It's like saying the writing is good for a video
People-
game.
yeah, people don't
read
do
off
that.
the list.
By the way,
Yeah,
the actual 5, number 5, Rampage.
Oh,
Number 4,
wow.
Tomb Raider 2018 version. Number 3 was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cool.
Number 2, Pokemon Detective Pikachu with a
Cool.
very nice 69%.
So, yeah, nice.
Nice.
And number 1, Angry Birds 2.
Oh, why?
Lord.
I believe you all got 2, so I'll give you each 1 point.
Party.
People aren't allowed to review anything anymore, guys. Even you.
Remember, the first Angry Birds movie is actually a thinly veiled anti-immigration theme, so we've got that proud record to stand on.
How?
Speaking of Angry Birds, it is teaming up with which popular mobile app?
Fortnite.
Clash of Clans?
No.
Fortnite.
No. I mean,
If I say it 3 times, will I get it
It
right?
hasn't already.
Yeah, it's like just say it in front of a mirror.
And it'll
Fortnite,
appear.
Fortnite,
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah. Jack.
Angry Birds teaming up with what app?
Yeah. Better go.
You said app, so not game. So like, I don't know, like WhatsApp or something? Like,
Duolingo.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you don't actually
They
play
feel like
Angry
in
Words
Spanish.
like 5 times in a week, they'll set fire to your house?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I love that. I'm so here for that.
Yeah, and just like in the
Again,
movie, they'll
it
tell
just,
you to
it
get
just
out.
makes the anti-immigration themes of Angry Birds.
Learn the
just
language or get out.
a little bit incongruous.
I'd be down for like Angry Birds and Grinder.
We're not addressing that in this.
Okay, all right.
Moving straight past that.
Okay.
Actually, to a real shift in tone. Canadian developer Kazuhisa Hashimoto passed away aged 61. What was arguably his most prolific contribution to gaming?
He was the pioneer of the Konami code.
Correct, Matt. So of course that code is.
Completely.
You told me just to answer. Yeah, am I gonna get an extra point?
No, you wouldn't have anyway.
Okay,
Nah,
well,
so
You get 99 lives, but no bonus
I
points.
usually buy my cheats online now, so
You buy the in-app purchases, of course.
of course, absolutely.
And final question. The Capcom Cafe has unveiled a new Street Fighter themed menu. I'm going to name you various menu items. You need to tell me if they are real or fake. So, Matt, tell me, is the Blanca-chan omurice real or fake? Real or fake?
Fake.
It's got to be real. It's got to be real.
Real.
Yeah.
It is real.
Oh, okay.
Party.
The Gyoza, real or fake?
Gyoza. That sounds like someone trying to pronounce it
Gyoza?
in
I was gonna
metropolitan
say,
Melbourne.
take a
Yeah. Gonna have a
And
gyoza with
Masashi
that.
as well.
Sashi,
Get some Masashi.
Real or fake?
Ooh, for fake.
Fake.
I'm going to say fake on that one.
Yep, it's fake. I made that one up.
Yeah, nice.
See,
Okay,
yeah.
Birdie's Hamburg Steak and Fries.
That is 100% real.
That's got to be
promise
real.
you that's real.
Jack?
I'm going
Yeah,
real.
sure, real.
100% fake.
Wow, no way. That's actually good.
What, the actual burger patty or the actual meal?
The whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dalsim's Yoga Fire Curry.
Okay, that's a bit too on the nose. But I'm gonna say real.
Fake.
In the words of DJ Bombay, try.
No.
Yes, that is true. I reckon that is 100% true.
That is 100% true. That is real.
Wow.
Okay, Vega's Seafood Paella.
He's Spanish, so I'm gonna go with. Oh, this is setting a bad precedent, but real.
I'm going to full receiptas on you.
We've just come off Dalsim's curry,
W.
so
Maximum kick
All,
W.
all of the goodwill I had beforehand.
Real,
yeah.
real.
I'm going to get real. That's two on point.
it's fake.
Wow.
Finally.
Was that you? Was that you
That's
making
me.
these? I forget it's
Yeah.
you. I forget who I'm dealing
Finally, Giles American Hard-Boiled Burger. Real or fake?
Yeah,
with.
real. I'm going
Hard-boiled
with real.
burger.
Real.
Hard-boiled burger. No.
Hard-boiled burger.
No,
Fake?
no one would eat that.
Sadly, it is real.
Oh.
Sadly, it is real. So,
Hard-boiled, as in like they don't actually boil it, do they?
It'd be kind of cool.
Hope
yeah.
not.
Milk steak.
after all that, who has won the trophy? Matt, at the end of the day, is on 4 points. Jack is on a total of 6 points, and Jason has scored 5 points. So, congratulations, Jack. You have won.
Because he
this
fucking cheats and doesn't say his name. The fun gamer cheats. He doesn't say his name before saying an answer.
It's
literal cheated. I got cheated again. It's fine.
Dude.
No, you'll get another chance.
At least Kalia knows what he's talking about. Fuck you, Jack.
Learn
Whatever.
what teraflops are. That's really the takeaway.
yeah,
from
for
this.
the
That's
bonus
bonus
point.
point.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jason. And thank you, viewers, for joining us. Stay tuned for more New Game Plus and for another edition of Quiz Time event in the near future.
Well, Meg tells us what dreams are made of in her review of Dreams.
Do you love video games more than you love anything else in the world, but you're stuck in a bleak daily grind just working to pay bills? Do you wish your passion was your full-time life as a game developer? Then do I have the game for you. Dreams is a brand new release on PS4 from Media Molecule, best known for Little Big Planet and Tearaway Unfolded. I have one sentence for you that's going to sell you on this. It's a video game that lets you create video games, any genre or any game style. Media Molecule believe that making video games should be for everyone and have the same level of accessibility, all from your own couch using a PS4 controller. Much like Little Big Planet, which also had its own creation system, they've taken these fundamentals and delivered on a next-gen experience by giving players the ability to make whatever game they want. Dreams has been in development for 7 years, first announced at a PlayStation conference back in 2013. It's a live service experience, which means that Media Molecule and players all around the world can continue to curate content for years to come, thanks to social networking and the power of amplification on platforms like Twitch. Every time I pick this game up, it's been a different experience for me. Do I want to jump in and create my own game, or keep chipping away at my latest work, also known as dream shaping, or play other creations that people have already put out in the Dreamiverse, called dream surfing? If you're like me and constantly get stuck in a Netflix hole, watching trailer after trailer without picking anything to play or watch, and bam, an hour goes by, then you're in luck. The categorization in Dreams is awesome and allows you to check out some low commitment experiences like pick up and play. trending, and recommended. However, if you're super deep into deep diving and really want to get your hands dirty with what this game can really do, then Media Molecule's showcase category is a must. There is a campaign called Art's Dream, which essentially blends many genres into one giant acid trip. But there's also a series of games that really push the toolkits to the limit and are also super inspiring. They make the player think, I can't believe they made that with this game. I can't believe I can make that with this game. The tone of voice for this game is actually really wholesome. In the early experiences, a narrator constantly tells you that you're amazing and you're making all the right choices. And your little impy avatar that you can customize is the perfect addition to make you really feel like you're in the land of dreams. Media Molecule didn't set out to make this game feel like a software program. It really is all about the experience and reimagine what it should feel like on a console. They've made it easy for anyone to pick up and play, but also difficult to master. As you go, the tools reflect what type of game you want to make. You're basically programming in a 3D visual style. Instead of writing scripts with semicolons, you're writing them together with signals. The sculpting tools really push the boundaries. And with enough time and determination, you can really feel like what it feels like to make a AAA game into something you're really proud to show off to your buds. A small part of me was a little worried about how people would recognize the game. You know when you can just tell what game something is just by glancing at a random screenshot? Well, knowing that players can make whatever game they want with this tool, I was worried how people would connect the dots, but the art style is actually so distinctive in a photorealistic yet cartoon style, and you can tell they really thought it through and they've actually placed a watermark on everything. Dreams is going to change the video games industry in a huge way. The impact of these tools being accessible to literally anyone that owns a PlayStation means we're not only going to see kids learning how to create games, but also understand the basic fundamentals of programming, 3D modeling, audio, and game design as a whole, and reach new heights without even going to uni.
Now, I figure it was worth going deeper into exactly what Dreams does differently to the previous Media Molecule games and other games of its ilk. So I brought both Megan in, and I've got Jamie on the end as well.
Hi.
I guess that is the big question. So obviously you mentioned Little Big Planet previously in the review. Like what's so, because you seem so passionate about it, what's so different?
I was overwhelmed by how beautiful this game is, and I can't understate that enough.
Yeah.
It was one of the most visually stunning experiences I've ever played.
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
going to use that, I'm going to say it. I truly believe that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess what I feel like it does differently from Little Big Planet is just that it's much more of a creative suite. Like you can make, it's asking you to make levels. It's asking you to make music.
Yeah.
It's asking you to program. It's asking you to sculpt models. And
Basically.
You can also just make more than games. Like you can make music videos. You can make little animations.
Yeah, little gadgets and
you
stuff.
Yeah, and you can also use you can also share that amongst the community. So I want to use this. I want to remix that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Like that's just like. That's really cool.
It's expanded
it is
upon
like,
what it did well with Little Big Planet.
It's a platform.
Yeah.
In probably the truest sense of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it seems like it would have to be. Because I think that's one thing Little Big Planet kind of tacked on afterwards, the way they did the community stuff. Because obviously there's some great things that people kind of hacked their way into making.
Right.
This seems like it's a more conducive tool to just doing it in the first place.
That's it. Like you guys have played Super Mario Maker.
Yes.
And that in it true. It's pretty much exactly that, but there's so much more to it than that. It's like having the Adobe Suite all in one game, and the tools are user-friendly and kind of like watered down a little bit to make it accessible for anyone that even if you've never used the Adobe Suite before.
I would agree with.
Yeah.
Like, I see Mario Maker as something more like a toy. Like in terms of it's a lot of you can play around with it. It's a lot of fun. But you can only really make kind of one style of game, as opposed to this where I've seen like racing games, I've seen like platformers, I've seen people make PT in it. Because of course someone's made PT in it.
I think it's great for content creators and I guess it gives people a taste of what game development's really like. But what I really liked is that you can share, support, follow, I guess when you find that cool game that you really enjoy, if that creator adds more to it at a later time, you get updates on that. You can go back and keep playing it and revisit it again.
Yeah.
Or you can follow that particular content creator and see their whole portfolio of things. Like the way they categorize everything to make sure everyone's content gets surfaced. You can add tags. You can, I think it's just, and there's also this content creator website where everything's, so you can jump on there for a live update all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess the only other thing as well is you'd hope they'd have it ready for PS5. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That'd be
It
great.
looks like it could definitely handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphics are incredible, but it also feels like it's great for any audience. Like there's a lot for, younger generation. I really feel like they're targeting young kids with this too, but also perfectionist people that are obsessed with game development and maybe like always wanted to know how a AAA game is made. And I think the tools are really inspiring because they show you how to really utilize the X, Y, and Z axis in a 3D space and give context to every element that's included in it from the ground
I mean,
up.
pretty much, like, if you're willing to sit down and learn how to actually take advantage of the suite, like, there is a lot you can do. And it's kind of crazy. It's as deep as it is. Like, it's maybe one step. I mean, it's obviously not going to be as deep as something like Unity or Unreal, but for what you get, it's still pretty good.
Dip in, yeah.
Yeah.
well, on that note, if you are interested in watching more created content, do not forget to check out newgameplus.tv. Don't forget New Game Plus TV at Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You'll find us if you search us on Google, I promise you. We'll see you guys next time.